The walls of Paris held out against the English onslaught. England's King Edward and the Black Prince abandoned the siege. They marched towards Chartres to try their luck at conquering a less formidable target. But before they could attack, a violent storm hit the army. Killing 1,000 English soldiers in a tempest of hail and freezing winds. To Edward, this Black Monday disaster seemed like divine retribution. A sign that it was time to stop waging war and make peace with France's King Jean. But even as peace between kings was reached, the people of France were still living in bloodshed and turmoil. Between 1358 and 1370, France was in chaos. Peasant uprisings, rampaging bands of mercenaries, and civil war ravaged the country. Peasants rose in rebellion, killing their lords and wreaking havoc. Mercenary bands also roamed the land. Known as routiers, they had once been hired by the English to fight against the French, but were cut loose when peace was reached. They systematically ravaged and pillaged towns across France. And with King Jean prisoner in England, his son Charles the Dauphin faced homegrown attacks on his rule by powerful French lords, beset from all sides. The Dauphin's forces had to regain control over their own country.
Greetings to you all, and welcome back to Let's Play Age of Empires 4. And finally, my prayers have been answered. Even in the French campaign, I get to kill the French. Fantastic. Let's crack on.
Having only recently been crowned King of France, Charles V dispatched his army to the French-held village of Évreux to forge order from chaos.
This place has seen better days.
From here, the army would move to extinguish three major threats. Bands of roving mercenaries harrying the countryside, a peasant uprising, and attacks from a rival for the French crown, Charles of Navarre.
I think there are far more literal fires I need to extinguish first.
Start by reclaiming the rebel-held villages of Cocherel, Jouy, and Croissy.
Wow, that was some fast repair. I'm impressed. If you think I'm gonna go quash some rebellions, you got another thing coming. I gotta set up my base. That takes a long time. You guys all alright? A couple of you can go chop wood. Everyone happy? Fantastic. So what have we got? We've got a lot of deer, a lot of wood.
As the French army struggled to regain
Farms,
control
obviously.
of the countryside, they
Sheep.
were struck by a band of English routiers. These mercenaries had been cut loose by the English army and were plundering the countryside in order to make a living.
By the way, strange thing, you can order the sheep. That's right, you give them instructions and they do whatever you tell them. You think that's good, they can see. I mean, obviously they can see they got eyes, but you can see what they can see. Somehow they report back to the commanders. Don't know how it works, but it's great. Wheelbarrow probably my favourite technology. You notice I always get it first. Just because it helps everyone.
The French forces eliminated the Routier attack, but more were still raiding the countryside in search of provisions and riches. The Routier demanded payment from the French, or they would continue their horrifying raids.
Pay? I don't even have gold. I'm not paying a damn thing. Where are they? Why should the peasants have a better looking town than I do? Shall we explore? We've got scouts, I guess that's what they're for. We'll go have a look-see. They've got 10 camps. Well, they've got 10 buildings within their camp. I'm going to assume it's the latter. Get myself a blacksmith so we can start getting our upgrades. They take a while, so start them early. Ooh, gold. Maybe I'll let them have it. Who's that? Do I spy some more deer? Not deer, I mean sheep. Sorry. I'm trying my best, but these animals, they all look alike. Wait, I built the upgrade structure with no gold. Knowing full well that all upgrades require gold. That's some big brain stuff right there. I'm going to need more spearmen if I'm going to keep getting attacked by horses. Veterans? They're surprisingly powerful, these horsemen. Do we even win this fight? That's it, good man. You take the hits for us. Nice dramatic lunge. Okay, we brought some more sheep. That's good. Now we're going to go get that gold we eyed up earlier. Can we build a marketplace? We can't. So our gold really is limited then. We either need to find a gold, or we need to find little chests out in the world. With no gold, I guess I'm a spearman archer army. I can mix in some horsemen, I suppose. It never ends! Yes, I can send them gold. It's the only thing I can send them. So they won't accept payment in food or the like. Seems they're very clear about what they want. They pulled the old switcheroo on me. Gotta be honest, Scout, you're probably not what we need here. Let's go have a look around. These attacks are pretty serious. It's okay. We're getting there. You run out of sheep. No, we can't do that. We need food. Lots of it. Hello. Once again, then the game pulling no punches. Get one of these deeper in. How many people don't have a farm to work on? Show me. I can see with my eyes it's 3. Sure, it's close enough. I hate these people so much. I feel like the raiding parties are getting bigger. Okay, knowing this is going to happen, we need to revise our approach on this mission, because this is not working. We have been overrun. Okay, let's try this again. There's a lot I want to do right at the very beginning.
From here, the army would move to extinguish 3 major threats. Bands of roving mercenaries harrying the countryside, a peasant uprising, and attacks from a rival for the French crown, Charles of Navarre.
Okay. Whilst that's going on, these guys are going to go slaughter the deer.
The French army would start by reclaiming the rebel-held villages of Cocherel, Jouy, and Croissy.
This will be my food supply. This way I won't have to build farms quite so quickly. Okay, very nice. I'm gonna get that upgrade. My gold is very limited, but that's a good one. Is that repaired enough for you, is it? Oh, I see. Insufficient wood. I'd rather not lose this tower unless I have to. Be very cautious with my wood usage here. Wood. We need wood. Okay, we know this is coming. So we get prepped.
As the French army struggled to regain control of the countryside, they were struck by a band of English routiers. These mercenaries had been cut loose by the English army and were plundering the countryside in order to make a living.
Get on the sheep quick. Give me some good food. You guys are finished. You're going to come slaughter the sheep. In the nicest possible way.
The French forces eliminated the routier attack. But more were still raiding the countryside in search of provisions and riches. The routier demanded payment from the French, or they would continue their horrifying raids.
Now I need food more than I need wood. We're going to start on the deer. What do these upgrades cost? Stone. I have 100 stone and no way of gaining any more stone that I can see. Okay, made my choice. I'm also going to leave a scout out slightly ahead to see when the attack's coming. Let's get one of these deeper in. Looks silly, I know, but I think it's worth it. Are you really going around? You don't have that kind of brain power. Scout's doing a good job at least. Good lord, these early attacks are something else. We're going to run in circles. Need another barracks because I desperately need more spearmen. I'll be honest, I just need everything right now. Okay. Are we starting to get things under control? I think we might be. That might be wishful thinking on my part, but things look a little better than normal. I want to hold them up around the towers if possible. It's looking like I don't have anywhere near enough units. Try to keep the archers alive. I want to get a critical mass of archers so they can actually fight off the horses. The spearmen are mainly just here to tank for the archers. They do good damage themselves, don't get me wrong. The archers are what will add up over time. Okay. These missions are not easy. Get my next mill prepared. Don't ever worry about running out of wood. We've got a whole forest down here. I'll quickly get a couple of houses though, or one house. Because I can see that being a thing later on, but that starts to run low. Scout's doing a good job. Just in case the peasants start to get ideas above their station, we'll leave you over here. time will come where I need to build a lot of farms. I'm not looking forward to it. But until that time comes, let's just keep massing. I will take one of you for a second to fix the holes. I'm starting to show in my walls. Probably better not to do that. Questionable tactics from my opponent, sending 3 ahead by themselves. Let us not complain, because it works in my favour. Yes, put that one fence, there we go. And then back to it. To the next deer. Okay, good. The archer numbers grow even further. The demand for farms is coming. It's going to be expensive. Offset some of the cost ahead of time. Could go for those deer, but they're really exposed. I don't like the look of that. $100 wood? I thought there was 75. Grief, they're more expensive than I thought. Alright, bring it. How many units have we got? Or how many units do we lose is what I want to know. What do I try to count? I always try to add the numbers together. I just realised it's written over here. Okay, very minor losses. We're getting on top of this. You just say Alonzi. I'm familiar with that phrase. I'm not convinced comprendo is French. Screw it, we're going for these. Wood supply is coming in, so building mass farms will become an option, but it's not an option yet. Do you see this gold? I want that so badly. But it's just not achievable right now. Build the world's fastest mill. In fact, while we're here, I want this boar. If I attack him once, he'll start to run towards me, and then I can kill him right next to the mill. Which just means that I have less travel distance. He's ridiculously strong. I'd bring the army if they weren't otherwise engaged. It's just a boar. Bring it down. I swear this boar is stronger than the army I'm fighting at the side here. Kill the damn thing. Kill it! Good heavens, that thing is a monster. Do these just roam wild in France? That's probably not the best lumber mill I've ever placed in my life. It should be more down here. Or up here. I should commit to a side. Sure. And we just pray that those guys never get harassed. As I said, they're in a very, very exposed position. With some more houses for future-proofing. And I am going to push out with my army now, because I think it's good enough to do something, and I want to secure the gold that's up there. Get some basic upgrades. I've got 6 archers in the towers, and whatever I produce for defense. I'm going to leave quite a lot of stuff building, so I don't need to think about it for a while. I'm expecting an attack to come soon. Yep. That's not fair! You're only supposed to build horses. What happened to our gentleman's agreement? Any upgrades up before Castle Age, and that's really difficult to do without a supply of gold. So what can we get? Chop down trees faster? Or can we get improved rate of farming? Oh, the choices. I'm gonna get food gathering. That's probably a mistake. I brought 1 villager with me, I don't know why. Might be a little early for me to be attacking this base.
Hidden camp, and could put an end to the English raids if they could destroy the camp.
They've got knights, we're never getting through this. Run, men, run. All the way back. I'm going to need a massive force to take that. Do with some rams in all honesty, but don't think that's happening. Right, how's life over here, lads? Could be a basic horseman, is that going to help? I mean, they fight the knights better, but that's about it. I can't build knights, even though I obviously have the ability to build knights. I don't have the gold to afford them. One, two, three. That's the end of the houses. That's 200 out of 200 pop. I'm going to have so many lumber camps. Make some room, because I'm probably going to need more farms. It's a good-looking army. Alright, let's try it again. We just countered an attack too. We should have some freedom here. I'm now going to build a mill for no purpose other than to surround it by farms. 6, specifically. 77 men, going up against one small camp. I believe in them. I wonder what the 1400 gold is that they expect me to pay these guys with. Maybe it's just sort of up here a bit. It just happens to be a massive stash of gold. Who knows, but I don't need to know. I know where they are, and I know how to kill them. That's good enough. Archers, focus, please. Good chaps, good chaps. Just kill what you can. Get ready to retreat, because apparently this also wasn't enough. I put scatter formation on. Maybe it will spread my shots out a bit better. It just never ends. Let's keep the aggression up. Oh dear. I just spent all of my wood as well. Alright, let's try this. Anyway, you slice it, we just killed a good number of horsemen. How do I still need more houses? I thought houses provided 10 populations, they only produce 5. We killed one knight. Success, run. Seriously, attacking this has become the most difficult thing I've ever done in my life. No formation, there we go. I want a scout, and I'm going to go look up here. Because this is getting kind of silly now. I can only assume that there is some collectible gold on the map. And then I get some upgrades before we attack again. Maybe I get, I don't know, some siege or something that can actually damage armor. In fact, I'm so confident I'm going to build this ahead of time. Alright, let's see what we're dealing with. Attacking with men-at-arms, that's a bit fancy. Who gave you the right to mix up your army? It's a good idea, because men-at-arms are strong against everything I've got here, but overwhelming numbers should still pull through here. I'll just outmaneuver the wolf. Wait! You're not on control group 1. That threw me off. I built another... Yes, I did. I never hotkeyed it. Right, find me some more gold. Any good upgrades we can get? We can try to ascend our age and then upgrade all of our archers. Might be good. You can go for melee upgrades. The ability to build siege units, I can get some rams for my attacks. Lots of good options here. Let me just see how much gold I've got to deal with. I just assume they have grip on the situation down here. Am I at max pop? I keep building houses and it keeps getting stuck at 185. Okay, I made my choice. I'm going to send some siege rams in to smash down these towers, and then I'll feel better about myself, because it looks like I'm making progress. Yeah, I'm on upgrade. Hurry up. We got things to do here. People to crush. Right, here we go. Not sure what you three are planning, but I don't like it. Not convinced the Rams need to be involved in this fight personally. Actually, I changed my mind. Get in there. After this counter-attack, we're going in. The Rams are going to go ahead. They understand their mission. Question is, how many archers is enough? Because we're up to 92. Okay, separate hotkey groups. One for the Rams, one for the not Rams. Do it, men. Or automatons. Whatever the hell you are. Okay, they haven't noticed. Good work, let that burn. One down. That one's also burning, so that should be two down. Let's ram the tent. Feel like I'm committing to this attack now. You know what that means, more Rams. What's our reinforcements? How are the Rams doing? They did pretty good. Anyone who tries to extort gold out of me befalls the same fate. Just think soon I'll be able to attack the main objective of the mission and not just the optional. Ooh, it's going to be an exciting time. Protect the ram! Even though I don't really need him anymore. Ooh. Ooh, that is a better target. Of course, I'm not just ignoring this. That's a lot of money. What should we get? Should we get wheelbarrow? We like wheelbarrow. Wait, that's a terrible idea. I can upgrade my age to the next age, but then I can't afford any of the upgrades that come with the next age. Kind of a mixed bag, that one, isn't it? Okay. A successful start. And their final tent is going to be bombarded with arrows until it falls.
With the Routier camp destroyed, mercenary attacks were no longer a threat.
That's what I live for. I can't upgrade to the next age, it's not even an option. Right. Fantastic. I have upgrades that are available at the next stage, but I can't get there. I'll have wheelbarrow. Okay, in that case, a bit more farming. Have anything I want to spend my gold on then? I could buy a couple of knights, but obviously I'd rather buy upgrades. Something permanent. I guess I get that then. And that? That's pretty good. I could get this, but... So this is the one that makes me produce units 25% faster, but I could just build more production structures, which is what I'm going to do. I assume this area now is safe. Oh yeah, I'm not building a normal amount of production. It's pretty normal for other people, but it's normal for me. Okay, here's the plan. We're going to wait for these to finish building. And then I'm going in with everything, and whilst I'm going in, I'm going to rebuild, same as always. But now, I have so much production that by the time the first attack's finished, the second army should be ready. And then we can just pelt them forever. So this ram's doing a good job. Its eyes can see surprisingly far. Can't watch, you can't see its eyes? Look, there they are, they're in there. Now is the time. They have incurred my wrath. Also, the speed that I'm building these is incurring my wrath. Go help. You guys having a good time? You guys have a whole forest, but you decided not to build this for some reason. It's probably my fault. It's usually my fault. It means I wasn't holding shift when I issued the waypoint command. What are for 6? Okay. I'll tell you what, we'll build a couple more farms too. Okay, build all of those and then everyone work. Great. Great. Force number 1, moving in. I even have a scout at the front, so I can see the enemies that I can already see because the minimap's revealed. Best of luck, men. I've already defeated the trained English mercenaries. I probably should have captured this place about 25 minutes ago, considering the amount of force I needed to take it. I may have done things in a slightly wrong order.
In taking the village of Jouy, the French army was closer to stemming the peasant rebellion and regaining control.
I've done things in the wrong order, haven't I? Oh well. And this is going to give me infinite gold, if I have a religious unit, which I don't. So I can't actually capture it.
The central monastery town of Cocherel would continue to send out rebel attack parties to weaken the French army.
That was one durable chap. Okay, I'm going to leave one unit within the field of this ring in order to decap it from my opponents. It's providing gold to them as we speak. I'd rather it didn't. So we should take care of that.
The village of Poissy, rich in gold deposits, was a crucial town for the French to reclaim.
Yes, I should have pushed out ages ago and claimed these towns, which admittedly don't do much, but, you know, some farmland. And then this town, which is protecting a gold mine. So if anyone's watching this thinking how to do this mission, I've done this complete arse about face. You should not do what I did, because these towns are only guarded by militia. Small numbers at that. When I saw these the first time, I thought they were men-at-arms, which is why I didn't want to fight. But that doesn't make sense, because they don't have armor, they just have tunics. Okay, well we now have a gold income.
The French army defeated the rebels at Poissy and took control of the gold-rich village.
I feel so stupid for the way I did all of
The
this.
central monastery town of Cocherel was still under the control of rebel peasants. The French army would have to take it before they could launch an assault on Charles of Navarre.
Yes, I can't build a monastery, so I can't capture this for myself. Not that I'm aware of, anyway. Okay, I want some rams. But that's going to require me to cancel all of this production. So instead we're just going to try and burn our way in. It's only wood. It would be better to free up some supply, build some rams. Rams take supply, by the way. I don't know if I said that. 3 supply each. Otherwise I would stop and build some, of course. But yeah, I mean, this is only wood, so it goes down pretty well. If these were stone walls and stone tower defences, I would never, ever be able to get through with this force. I feel I should have just completely ignored this lot. We're up here. I just completed the main mission. Which seems a damn sight easier than what I was doing. Can you guys just burn this down? I want to get in. Why is it so hard to click on? We got it. Don't worry, the archers will keep you safe. Yeah, some good chaps. In we go. Alright, Cocherel. That's a bit mean. Looks completely advisable.
The French army took control of the rebel villages, and the peasant uprising was subdued. But to keep control over the region, they would need to defend its center of influence, the monastery at Cocherel.
Okay, consider yourself protected.
Northeast of Cocherel, Charles of Navarre's army had established a fortified camp. The King of Navarre sought to make himself ruler of France as well. He intended to press his claim by destroying the newly arrived royal forces.
I mean, we may as well set straight out. I understand why I couldn't build above 185 supply now. There were units just waiting for me. Some very strong upgrades here, by the way. Not that one. I want this one too. 450. Do I have a marketplace now? Or is that not a thing? No, still no market. Even more production structures though. That makes me happy. Friends, there's so many upgrades. Oh, I guess the Holy Roman Empire now. I recognise the flag. You see the little flags here. This is the Holy Roman Empire flag. This is the French flag. The French flag of back in the day with the fleur de lis. No, fleur de lis. Fleur de lis, right? Okay, that boosts my gold income. Okay, someone kill these. First force, can you do it? I've done everything else in the level. Seriously, anyone else who's playing this level after me, don't do what I did. Please, don't do what I did. Just take these two towns. This one, to begin with. Get this gold supply. Then take this town, in all honesty. Which gives you all of your technology. Then kill these guys. Or pay them off if you want, but I don't like the idea of paying them off. It's probably better strategically to pay them off. But
his front line had the high ground and was made up entirely of archers. The French would have to think carefully about how to approach the stronghold.
Carefully, you say. The French decided that brute force was the way. The French realised that they had more food and wood than they could possibly ever use in their lifetime. So they started to throw away their units as if they didn't matter. The French generals were then court-martialed for referring to their citizens as units, dehumanizing them in the process. The power of kiting. I'm still going to lose, I think, but I'm doing a damn sight more damage than I otherwise would have. Okay, that's the knights dealt with. Good work forward, team. I don't use... That's not fair! I highly suspect the game wants me to go around from this side, because then they don't have the high ground advantage. But screw them, I'm just going to brute force my way in. What are they going to do? How are they going to stop me? At this point, I'm doing it just to spite the game. I know the game doesn't want me to do it this way, which is exactly why we're going to do it. Also, archers are terrible for this fight because it's knights that we're shooting into, not horsemen or spearmen. So I should be getting the arbalests, but I'm not. What's going on? You run out of trees. More upgrades to get? No, you're getting the last upgrade I care about. You probably have some more upgrades. Yes, you do. Guys, what is the problem with these trees? Are they resisting you? Try to go for these trees instead, perhaps? Alright, Group 2, moving out. Same plan. I don't like the fact they keep rebuilding their knights. Well, they're not even rebuilding them, they're just getting them for free. All of my units are a lot more powerful now because of the upgrades. Veteran Spearmen and with attack and defense upgrades. +1/+1. Can only help. So killing the knights doesn't improve this bar, which means the knights are an attack force, not the defense force. Because it's killing the defenders which gets me progress. So what I want to be killing is these archers. That's permanent. Permanent progress. I've maxed out the production queues. That's what I like to see. Bring it. This was the smart plan that the French came up with. Never-ending attacks. Good work, men. And then they fell back so the knights would retreat. And then they came back in, ready to give their lives for the war effort. And the knights didn't realise for a little bit. Fantastic, look at that progress bar improve. That's what we're here for. Not bad. Oh, hang on now. That's not very nice. I'm even sending the monks in. Wow, this fight's still going. Right, one detachment defeated. Any more upgrades? Don't care about any of that. Nope. Sure. Sure. Nothing in these. Okay. That force is done for. Next time we're going in with the monks. A game that prides itself on its historical accuracy. I'm not sure why the monks are casting healing magic. I should mix in some arbalests, I really should. They're very good against knights, and it's the only thing giving me trouble. And men-at-arms, though, also strong against them. Anything with heavy armor, they're good against. Basically everything that archers struggle with, they're good against. Alright, in you go, men. They're half dead, apparently. I still have this thing. It's not doing me any favours, it's just taking up supply. And yet, I feel kind of bad for killing it off. I don't know why that is. I became attached to it. Do I even win this fight? I think I do. I trust them. It's unfortunate timing. Yeah, that group of archers is going to start working down this group of archers, thereby giving us progress. As the rest of the archers are just going to kill whatever steps forward. Fantastic, we're getting in there. And we have incendiary arrows if we want to attack. We can't attack this wood. This wood's too strong. We got limits. I said the French got smart. Apparently this is what they did. They stutter-stepped. At leash range. And the Germans, they just didn't know what to do. I mean, I'm assuming it's German. He's the Holy Roman Empire flag. But his name is Charles of Navarre, so I'm confused. Guess as he distracted me. He knows what he's doing. I mean, I win. Yes, run, flee. How does it feel?
The French army had repelled Charles of Navarre, stemmed the revolt, and held back the raids of the Routiers. In the struggle for control over France's lands, the king still clung to power.
And I built enough food to supply the kingdom for years to come. Look at this upturned wagon defense. How was that ever supposed to stop me? But hey, that's another mission complete. Next time we will be continuing with the French campaign of the 100 Years' War. Hopefully you'll join me for that, and I shall see you then.